Hi everyone, welcome to Rural Marketing class. Today we'll discuss about one small topic, that is rural market research evolution. When the rural marketing was actually started and how it's been grown up. The rural market research has traditionally existed much longer and has had structure even before the urban market developed fully. Before the urban markets developed fully, even from the longer days also, the rural market research was existed. It was there. This is quite ironical, but it's true. As most research which have pertain to health, literacy, family planning, or infrastructure related projects have their base always in the suburban or rural areas to start with. Yes, the rural marketing research is existing from the very longer days before the urban markets developed fully, because the health research or literacy research or family planning research or infrastructure research, whatever the such kind of research are to be done, usually they used to start with either rural areas or suburban areas. The researches have been done in the rural areas in the earlier days also. However, research related to marketing and its problems have started recently when the companies like HUL, Dabur, Colgate Palmolive, and Richardson Hindustan Limited, such kind of FMCG products, started to make a headway into the rural markets and found that they had very little or no information regarding the markets. These the major FMCG products entered the rural markets, but the problem is they did not have sufficient information about the rural markets. Just they entered the markets like try or experiment. So it may or may not be successful, but however, the big companies like HUL, Dauber, and these companies entered the rural markets. Data existing pertaining to socio-economic classifications, more specifically on occupation profiles, education profile, or ownership profile, but data on income, its allocation and buying preferences was not available. Hence, it became very difficult to segment the markets. For the organization segment, the market segmentation is very important concept. Without segmenting the market, they cannot survive, because for making the product, for fixing the price, for delivering the product, and even for promoting also, for all these things, it is very important to segment the market, and according to each market segment, they have to manufacture the product which is appropriate to a particular segment, right? So without segmentation it is not possible, but for segmenting the market it was difficult for the companies because the data was not available. On what basis we will differentiate the market, on what basis we will segment the market? If you want to divide the market into different segments based on occupation profiles, we do not have the information. Sometimes if the information about these like occupation profiles, maybe we may get it from government agencies, or the education profile also we may get it from census data. Ownership profile also we may get it from state government, like how much land is held by each farmer, and we may also get about the income levels by census data. But it is not only enough. We need majorly we need some other information. What kind of information is required by the organizations to segment the market is what are the tastes and preferences of the consumers, based on what actually they are purchasing it. It depends on the preferences, their taste. Right? What kind of soaps they use, why they are using such kind of soaps, such kind of information we cannot get it from such government organizations or census or any such kind of sources will not give us this information. So without this information, it will be very difficult for the organizations to segment the market. That means it will be difficult for the organizations to survive in the rural areas. That is why it was difficult to assess the market size and the potential also. So without knowing what are the preferences of the various rural consumers, we don't know what is the potential of that market also. What is the market size, how many customers are there, actually how many potential customers are there that we can attract. We don't know because the data is not available, right? But as marketers began to identify the potential of the given region, the market research began slowly and it evolved in that region, right? In order to know all these things, in order to survive various companies in the rural areas, it was essential to do the research. So the rural research was started slowly and started evolving in the rural areas. In the years 70s and 1980s, at the perform stage, very few companies really approached the rural sector, and those existing or entering could only look at the vanilla because very few companies were ready to enter the rural markets even when the research was slowly started, right? Because they didn't know that the rural markets are such potential. It was not only a problem of reaching the customers but also to understand the psychological factors of the rural people also. Reaching the rural customers is one problem because of these infrastructural problems, because of these transportation problems and various problems. Apart from them, it is also difficult to understand the mindsets of rural consumers at the time. In the initial years, actually, it was full of trial and error, wherein in addition to stripped down versions of the branded products. Branded products, what they have done is they tried in the particular market, they found any error, they found that it is difficult to survive in that market, they may shift to some other semi-urban or urban areas. Like that, it was happened in the initial years. And the companies also realized that eventually the customers in rural markets were seeking the same values from the products like their urban counterparts in terms of value for money, quality, convenience, and but the problem is their environment, culture, value system had different orientation, which meant consumption patterns were also different, right? So the rural customers are also expecting the same kind of product as urban customers, but in terms of value for money they are expecting the same product. In terms of quality they are expecting the same products as urban consumers. In terms of convenience they are expecting same convenience by the products as urban consumers. But the culture of the rural consumers is different, value system of the rural consumers is different, right? Which is actually leading to the consumption patterns. So this environment, this culture, this value system actually leads towards the consumption pattern. So when these are different, what we can understand is that consumption patterns of the rural people are also different. Gradually, as the rural markets began to expand in size and potential too, it means larger and complex implications for the marketers, right? The rural market is started to increase its potential. That means the companies are getting also complex implications. The initial lack of information led to trial and error kind of decisions regarding the market in the initial days, some of which were costly and made a way for the need for focused information, and hence market research began to evolve. So such kind of huge losses cannot be actually beared by the companies. They are not ready to bear such kind of huge losses, and they are not willing to go on with this try and error method. So we need accurate information, we need accurate brand preferences of rural consumers, so we'll go with the same product so that there will be no error. Definitely we'll get success in that market. So the research started, the research began to evolve. Agencies and organizations with urban markets force started making efforts, and at the age of commissioned study gave away to more of policy research. Various agencies actually who were working for urban research started to do the researches in villages also, the rural areas also. For example, ORG Retail Audit, which is an research organization agency, one of the most successful market research report providers, began compiling information with substantive inputs on both urban and rural markets also. And one more institution, one more agency, the R.K. Swamy or BSL Devo Guide, published first in 1989. It was the first time ever that the traditional rural-urban divide was broken, and the district was viewed as the composite unit for market planning. Right? The unit was a district. So in the district, we will go all to the rural areas, and we will divide it as rural and urban, and we will provide you the result. Such kind of report was published for the first time in 1989. Today, after so many years, today most research is structured and detailed about rural customer. And nowadays it is not like only urban, the companies or the agencies who are working for urban area are also looking at the rural areas for research. In the last class, we have discussed a lot of agencies, those who are only working for the rural research, right? Like MARC, MICA, and many agencies are there, those who are actually working for only rural research. That is why what we can say is most research is structured and detailed about the rural customer. Right? Structured, everything is planned. The and it is giving a full details about their demographics, shopping habits, usage patterns, and all aspects. All aspects we are getting the data. We, in the sense, the companies are getting the data about the rural demographics, their shopping habits, their usage patterns, and their tastes and preferences, their consumer buying patterns, their lifestyles, and their preferences about brands. Everything is available, because the research today is happening in the rural area is structured and more detailed about all the aspects. Many agencies, many organizations, even government and non-government organizations are doing the researches in the rural areas, and many big companies are also making the organizations to do the researches in rural areas in order to sustain the rural areas, because the rural market is very huge in India. About 70% of the rural market is about 70% of the Indian market is rural areas only. So in order to catch this rural market, in order to use it as an opportunity, the organization should focus on the rural areas, and they have to do the researches in the rural areas and find what the rural market can be used for in a best way. So organizations like NCAER, OrgMart, and PSI, National Institute of Family Health and Welfare, Statistical Institutes of India, GeoIIS, Census Study Organizations, etc. And there are too many, like as we have discussed in the last class. all the organizations quite some time now been evolved in rural marketing research. All the organizations or agencies are spending the time for doing the researches in the rural areas. So we have discussed a lot about a lot of these institutions in the last class. So I hope it is clear about marketing research evolution from the initial days to till now, how the market research is evolved. Thank you.